Woo! What's going on, guys? Orange Swarm coming at you guys with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Georgia Bulldogs nose tackle Jordan Davis. Okay. Before I get into this, we talk about the NFL Combine. I'll talk about the NFL Combine just a little bit. Football ends in February, the Super Bowl ends, and it's like every single football fan, it doesn't matter what you are, you're a football fan, they go into a state of depression. Okay, they go into a state of depression because there's no football. All of a sudden, football's gone. It's here for 16, 17 weeks. We get all into it. We get excited. We love our teams, no matter how bad they are, how good they are. We love football and we love our teams. The Super Bowl comes, it comes and goes, and then all of a sudden, it's like I said, a state of depression. People get all fired up. They don't know what to do with themselves. And then we get a little touch of the NFL Combine about maybe a month and some change later. So it's like, oh my God, football is back. Football's back. You get a taste of it. The draft, you start talking more about the draft, this and that. And the NFL Combine is fun. It's great. You get to see some of your favorite college players out there doing drills, lifting, doing interviews, some hurting themselves, some don't, and some just really exploding onto the scene. Innocent case in point is nose tackle Jordan Davis. Okay, Lions fans want, not every single one, but a lot of Lions fans want this guy at number 2. Now, this was a guy that was probably going to be on mocks. Okay, you've seen this guy from a range of maybe in the 20s, 15s, 20s to all the way to the end of the first round, to even sometimes seeing him in the second round. Now, this was a kid that won the Chuck Bednarik Award. If you don't know what the Chuck Bednarik Award is, it is the award for best defensive player in the country. He won that for 2021. Now, I think, and before I say something anymore about this kid, I'm not trying to slander this kid. He is a good football player. But there's just some things that I'm really confused on about this kid and about this fan base that want him so bad. So he wins this award, the Chuck Bednarik Award for best defensive player in the country, and I don't think he deserved it. I thought I should have went to Will Anderson. Will Anderson from the Alabama Crimson Tide, the defensive end edge guy. I think he was completely robbed of that award. It should have went to him. I even would have gave it to guys like Kyle Hamilton, Aiden Hutchinson, or even Kevon Thibodeau over Jordan Davis. And I'm not trying to slight or slander this kid. Okay, I'm really not. I'm just trying to understand why fans want him at number 2. Now, this is a kid, Jordan Davis, 4 years at Georgia. Okay, 6'6", 340 pounds. That's what he was at the Combine. But he played at about 360 plus. Now, sometimes he could have been even a little bit lighter. He could have been even a little heavier. Now, this kid, 90 tackles, 11 and a half tackles for loss, 7 sacks, 1 pass deflection, no fumble recoveries, and no forced fumbles. 4 years at Georgia. Okay? I still am confused on why this kid won the Chuck Bednarik Award, though. He had a better year, I guess, this year. He had a couple sacks. He's had 7 his whole career at Georgia. The 0 fumble recoveries and the 0 forced fumbles. And odd enough, the 1 pass deflect tells me this kid's not a playmaker, okay? He is a 2-down nose tackle that plays the run phenomenally, okay? I'm not going to take that away from this kid. He's probably the best run-stuffing defensive tackle in college football coming into the NFL. PFF, I think, graded him the number 1 guy. He had a phenomenal run-stuffing rate as a Georgia Bulldog. Now, it's a Georgia defense that was just fully loaded with guys like Lewis Seen, N'Kobe Dean, Trevon Walker, Jevion Wyatt. I think his name is Jevion. Is it Jevion Wyatt? I could be saying his name wrong. I kind of forget his first name. But it was a loaded defense, okay? An absolute loaded defense. So, first of all, nose tackle, 2-down nose tackle. And a kid that only played 50% of the snaps. at Georgia. 50%. Now you got people saying, now you got like professional guys saying, analysts on certain networks saying that this guy, well, he only played 50% because he just wasn't really needed. He wasn't really needed because there was blowing teams out. I'm not buying that for $1. I'm not buying any of that for $1. This is a kid that has not been in shape his whole career at Georgia. You know, he's a hell of an athlete though for being that big. He can move around like I've never seen. He had a phenomenal 40. His shuttle was awesome. Good feet, planting, exploding. His get off is really good. But in reality, this kid's a 2-down nose tackle. That's what he is until proven otherwise. Now, 50%, I don't want to hear how this guy wasn't really necessarily needed. That's why he didn't play a lot of snaps at Georgia. Okay? What he is a 2-down nose tackle. And it's not going to get any easier in the NFL. It's going to get much harder. Now, do I think this kid's going to be successful? I think he's going to be a good football player. But at number 2 overall, I'm not buying it. And then there's people trying to tell me that this kid's the next Ndamukong Suh and the next possible Aaron Donald. I almost fell off my chair when I heard that one. Aaron Donald, man, like, come on. And Ndamukong Suh, do you want to hear Ndamukong Suh's numbers in college when he was at Nebraska as a Cornhusker? He spent 5 years there. He didn't play his freshman year. I think he got into one game. This is what he did at 6'4", 310 pounds. 215 tackles, 49.5 tackles for loss, 24 sacks, 4 interceptions, 2 touchdowns as well, 2 pass deflects, 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumble recoveries, which I was kind of shocked about that too, especially the forced fumbles. Suh hits like a truck. I would think he would have jarred a couple balls loose, but he never did. But the 215 tackles is completely amazing. He didn't come off the field that much at Nebraska, not like Jordan Davis. The 49.5 tackles for loss is absolutely insane, by the way. And the 24 sacks is beautiful. And the 4 picks. And he was drafted number 2 by the Detroit Lions. That's a kid that should be drafted number 2. And then you got Aaron Donald, okay, as a Pittsburgh Panther in college. 6 foot, 285 pounds, as a Pittsburgh Panther. 181 tackles, 66 tackles for loss. That's incredible. 29.5 sacks, 10 pass deflects. So that's getting his hands up, knocking balls down. And he's at 6 foot. He's at 6 foot. Jordan Davis is at 6'6", 1 pass deflect in 4 years. So that's because he's a 2-down nose tackle. 0 fumble recoveries for Aaron Donald, and then 6 forced fumbles. And a kid that was drafted 13th overall, who we passed up on and took Eric Ebron. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about right there. Now, that's a guy that probably should have got drafted in the top 10, but hindsight is fun to play. It's a fun game to play. Hey, you know what I mean? We should have did this, we should have did that, but that's a guy that was an animal in college. Jordan Davis is going to be a good football player, okay? He's going to be a good football player, but he does not scream playmaker. And I don't know if he's going to elevate his game into a 3-down defensive lineman. He's a nose tackle. Nose tackles don't tend to play 3 downs at a consistent level. He's going to have to show that if he gets picked in the NFL. I think he's going to get drafted in the first round. I think he's a 2nd-round grade, to tell you the truth. I know I'm probably going to get absolutely lambasted for saying that, but I don't really care. I think he's a really good football player, but he is legitimately a 2-down nose tackle. But people get all up in arms and walk around with a chub when they watch the combine and they see a kid this big doing what he did. It was historically phenomenally great to watch. It really was, seeing a man that size move like that. But man, he's worth a 2nd overall pick. He's not. There's no way on earth that Brad Holmes could do that. And I don't think he's going to. And then the blasphemy of people saying that this guy could be the next Sue or the next Aaron Donald. It's disgraceful, actually. It's like, hey, Jordan Davis is a good player in his own right. He can do some things that probably maybe Sue and Aaron Donald can't do. Take on double teams on a consistent level, okay? Take a lot of double teams, play the run exceptionally well. But that's really where it ends right there. You know what I mean? I don't think he's going to get to the quarterback much in the NFL. I don't think he's going to be this playmaking guy. He doesn't knock balls down. He doesn't force any. He doesn't really make plays. And again, I'm not trying to rip on this guy. All I'm trying to say is you can't think that we are going to take this guy number 2 because of a great combine. It's ridiculous. You got Lions fans all over social media, all over everywhere, saying that, oh man, I had this guy locked up at, in the top 5, and for the Detroit Lions at 2 for months. No, you didn't. Nobody did. Nobody. And if you say you did, show the receipts. That's it. I want to see proof because I am a regular on social media, a regular, and nobody talked about Jordan Davis at number 2. Nobody. It's been Aiden Hutchinson and Kevon Thibodeau and Kyle Hamilton for months, even when the college football season was going on, because we were probably going to draft one overall or number 2 overall. Now all of a sudden everyone's saying they were in on Jordan Davis. Don't BS me. Don't. It's be real. And I think this kid's going to be a good football player, but I don't know what this kid's going to become. Like, I don't think he's going to become this 3-down stud that everyone thinks he's going to be because he looked great in his pajamas. His compressed Under Armour gear. Give me a break. Okay? Good football player, but stop thinking he's going to be number 2, man. Come on, Lions fans. Think about it. You got to think about it. They can't afford to take a guy like this. What are you going to do? You're going to have a 3. Okay, they're going into this 4-3 apparently, right? Say they took a Jordan Davis. Now what do? Now you're going to put a rotation of Jordan Davis, Levi, and Aleem McNeil. That's how you're going to do that? That's how you're going to play that? I know you have to have fresh bodies in there every time because they're big boys. Aleem McNeil is a monster, and Jordan Davis obviously is a monster. And Levi is more of a defensive tackle than I think he is a defensive end, obviously. But that's what you're planning on doing? You're not taking him at 2. If we were to go down a little bit, if he's there at 32, I would almost think about it. Because I still think he's second-round talent. He's going to get drafted way overdrafted. He's going to get way overdrafted, and I'm not saying that team is going to regret that, but I'm just saying buyer beware. A kid that played 50% of the snaps, he did his thing at Georgia, though. He obviously won an award, so, maybe I'm the dumb one. But, like, when I watch this guy, it doesn't scream playmaker. He's going to take up some double teams. He's going to make his linebackers make plays. That's what he's going to do. He's going to stuff the run. That's what he's going to do. But you don't take a 2-down nose tackle, number 2. You just can't. And that's the video, guys. That's the video. Thanks for paying attention. Thanks for letting me go on my little rant. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button in the bottom right. Hit the notification bell, get on my videos. And don't forget to like and comment. Let's talk about Jordan Davis. Sorry, Jordan. I'm just not buying it at number 2. Let's go. Boom. Go Lions. Woo. Woo.